This is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock in, D. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in. Clock in. Clock in. Gone clock in. Clock in. Clock in. Gone clock in. Clock in. Clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See my defense, they on the field right now. Yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and out. Yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback. So my defense, all trying to get them sacks with the ball in the air. Secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there, he be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL. We the hot boys sizzling on fire, come to give your team hell. Clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Go defense, defense, go defense, defense, gone, defense, defense, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. I know I said at the beginning of this track, man, that we had like a top 10 or like a top 5. Hot boys gearing up to be triple D, you know what I'm saying? Clock Dallas doomsday defense. Listen what the hot boys tell them, man. Defense, put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat, yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat, yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Yeah, I smell fresh meat, yeah, we all eating. Clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See the star on the field, you gon' meet D-Law. Thinking you an outlaw, we sending the predator. Jalen Smith scoop up the whole field, so how you gon' play here, bruh? If you release your dogs, we got a wolf hunter. LVE, tackling Dutchman coming. If you hungry and trying to eat like Zeke, we'll send in a taco to sweep you off your feet. Now you deep in the woods, plus we got a couple Collins. They say time and pressure make diamonds, the hot boys shining. Clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. They say, defense wins championships. We're here in Dallas, we got a top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. See my defense, they on the field right now. Yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and out. Yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback. So my defense, all trying to get them sacks with the ball in the air. Secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there, he be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL. We the hot boys sizzling on fire, come to give your team hell. Clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D. it's time to go to work. I know I said at the beginning of this track, man, that we had like a top 10 or like a top 5. Hot boys gearing up to be triple D, you know what I'm saying? Clock Dallas Doomsday.
This is Ray Williams. Thank you so much for hanging out with us with Dallas Cowboy Scout.
Appreciate
My
you.
man West Coast in this buck.
Thank you for watching West Coast.
Shout out West Coast Cowboys. You know it's always love over here. Raider, Cowboy, always a Cowboy.
Did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
They say, defense wins championships.
What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, and we are live in the building, man. How are you guys doing on this great Thursday, man? We are out here, man. Get ready to have you guys a great show. What's up to everybody on Instagram? What's up to everybody on Facebook? What's up to everybody on YouTube? However you are watching tonight, we want to let you know you are important and we appreciate you. Because like my boy Boss Cowboy say, what do you always say, Boss Cowboy?
Your voice matters.
Your voice matters. So since your voice matters, we're gonna need y'all to tell us. I made some adjustments in my sound. So if it sounds better, let me know, please, so I can further make better adjustments. Or I need my scouts because y'all will keep it real with me. You know what I'm saying? So if I need to tweak something, let me know and I'll do it. I'll light the what did it say? Light the candle oil. I'll light the candle oil again. Boss Cowboy, how late was we up last night, brother?
Oh man, I was up to about 4 a.m.
But I'm just saying, how late were we up watching the Washington? Like we literally watched the Washington Redskins game together via all the masses great equipment we have. We're able to do that. And we watch these games together because we're able to talk through things and see things. So this Redskins offense, defense is going to be a better breakdown than last week's. I'm going to tell you why. Is because we actually had film on this team. We didn't have film on the Giants. So you actually have an opportunity to even do better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. We were up. I know for a fact we were up watching film till like 2. So then you said when you finished with that, you was going to finish up 2 articles. I saw one today. Well, I saw one article about the Kim Kardashians, the Cowboys being the Kim Kardashian. That was absolutely hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely hilarious. I think you should have put like a Kardashian butt on it to make people click on it though, because sometimes you just I know we be trying to like keep it respectable, but some of this stuff be so, like my pastor say, I won't beg you to put no money in the offering bucket, but I'll beg you to come down here and give your life to Christ. Why? Because there's some stuff that's just really, really important. You know what I'm saying? In that article, man, some of the stuff that you talked about in that article, man, you should just put a big old butt on the right hand side and they would have clicked on it and be like, man, what is he talking about? The Kardashians, the Cowboys, the butt. Let me read what the hell he talking about. And you would have been like, dang, what's up, Next Sports? That I get what you're saying now. You would have had one of those moments because I had one of those moments. You know what I'm saying? I love when I have one of those moments because that means I just learned something too, man. But yeah, man, before we get into that was just a little interlude, man. I had to reward my boy for his late night oil, man, burning his late night oil. So let's talk to some folks in this comment. Boss Cowboy, I know you see some people on your page that is tuning in.
Yeah, Eddie, Marcy, obviously, and yeah, it's some people on my page. Let me see who else. Yeah, Yolanda.
How you doing, Yolanda?
So yeah, and we know y'all not getting all of the notifications. That's why sometimes the attendance is a little lower than normal. So go ahead and share with some people, because not everybody's receiving those notifications.
Hey, and that's real spit, man. I could show you the email that Facebook sent me. That's why I'm so aggressively getting on Instagram, because Facebook be tripping. Because but as of the 17th, you guys will notice that a lot of you guys will start getting those notifications back. But until then, hey, we got to help a Cowboy out. If you're driving down the street, you see a Cowboy fan stranded, man, don't pick him up. I'm not saying to do that. But what I'm saying is, if you in a grocery store and a Cowboy fan drops something, definitely help him pick it up. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, we got a new setup, got a little structure up in this piece, and how does it look? Do it look pretty? Do you guys like how it sound? Do you guys think? Because, you guys are the loyal ones. Because come September 17th, I'ma tell you, my feed is gonna get flooded with about 200-300 people, and they're gonna be saying, West Coast, I've been riding with you since '87. But y'all are the real ones that's been riding with me, and I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? So Dwayne Yeezy, I appreciate you. Tone, what's up with you, man? I appreciate you. Marcus, I appreciate you. E Kush, my Kanye, my personal Kanye, I appreciate you, man. Manny, I appreciate you. Tone, I appreciate you. E Kush, Wendy, GG, Peter, I appreciate you guys. You want to know why? Because you did not get a notification and you still found a way to find the show. So that lets me know that we got to bring it tonight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to, we got, hey, boss, we really got to be on a job tonight. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, for sure, man. They knew we was coming on at 8.
Ooh.
Central, 6 Pacific.
Hey, you're a better man than me, because I, for the longest, have never been able to say specific unless I say it very slowly. But catch West Coast in the middle of it, it's Pacific. But hey, what's up with you, Texas gal? I see you on there.
Let's listen right now, West Coast.
What you say? What you talking about?
These are the people that they got their food ready, they got their feet kicked up, they ready. Let's go.
They ready to go? All right, they ready. Hey man, y'all see the new setup? Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, when your cousin from the hood get a little money and they start shining, that's all we a couple Cowboys and we trying to shine. We trying to shine with you. So hey, let's get straight into it, man. Social media has been blowing up. I know I said about a week ago, I made 2 predictions. I said Michael Jeezy was going to go off and have a game of his life, and he did. I also predicted that Taco Charleston was going to get traded that Monday. Now, I ain't going to lie. Taco Charleston's still on the team, and I like Taco, to be honest with you. I found a new love for Taco. But there is a chance that Taco Charleston, first-round draft pick, might be inactive again in his 3rd year. So I can't deny, I just cannot admit the obvious, man. And that is, I believe that this young man's about to get traded, brother. I believe it. I believe the children are the future, and I believe that Taco is not going to be on the Dallas Cowboys past week 8. What are your thoughts, Boss Cowboy?
Man, this is the only way I can say it. I feel like nobody want to be treated like they're stupid, right? This is one of the most clumsiest PR days in a while, because they have totally mixed messages coming out of Dallas right now.
Claude have mercy. Mixed messages.
One camp is calling it a competition between him and Tristan Hill, pretending like practice is going to determine who plays. And then there's another media account that's saying that they are in trade talks with somebody, which has to do with, more than likely, they said, a player and a pick. So it's super clumsy. It's not going to steal my joy, because we still have so many good players. It's just a clumsy way to kind of handle it, because to say that it's competition between Tristan Hill and Taco, as if Armstrong and Joe Jackson was just clearly some way better than Taco, because that's what the suggestion is, right? Right? If you just saying that's almost like saying these 2 guys are at the bottom of the roster, as if I didn't watch the preseason and see Taco balling, and I didn't see the other guys making as many plays.
Yeah.
So it's like you sending out signals at the same time of trading the guy, and then you also signaling out false signals to an audience that's gullible. Because one of my friends tweeted it.
What your friend say, man? What did he tweet, boss?
Was like, good competition. And I said, what? Competition? Right? And the person was like, what now? I was like, never mind. Competition is my favorite C word. You know that, right? I think I was like, never mind, because to me, I was like, I shouldn't have to explain, right? Competition is the game. It's not competition.
That's my favorite C word.
Like, if people use their common sense, it's not competition between Tristan Hill and Taco. If Taco was to be trying to get on get active. It's about, is he outperforming Joe Jackson and Armstrong? So the whole message is sloppy. And then, like, I supposed to just ignore common sense and just believe it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like when they told you that they didn't need a leading rusher to win a Super Bowl, or when they said that they were not going to reset the market, or when they said that, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If you're gonna believe it, I'm gonna sell it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for real.
And it's almost like respect us a little bit more. Like run your game a little. You know what I mean? I don't know how to say it, but like run your game a little bit better than me. Like, you know, at least have me scratching my head. Just don't make it so obvious that you just throwing anything out there to us.
Yeah, and my thing is this, I'm always about, business is business, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we got to break up, it is what it is. But you ain't got to put crazy pictures of me on the internet and talk about me and call my mom and tag my mama in the post. You ain't got to do that. Just pick up the phone and say, yo, I don't want to be with you no more, and it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happens. Life moves on. It didn't work out. You don't like Taco for whatever reason. You guys know, Uncle West Coast, I'm all about the way you handle stuff. Why? Because you have other players on that team who are looking at how you handle this person and say, hey, why won't they handle me that way? And then more importantly, why can't you just do good business? Like, there's 32 teams in the NFL. Like, there's only 31 other teams find a way to do somewhat business. You know, and they do it in a way that doesn't demean their own players or cast their own players in the craziest light. My thing is this, right? Why is Joe Jack, like, I'm going to tell you like this, man, and I know y'all ain't want to hear this, and it's way too early to even say this, but I just want to make sure it's said. This draft class is looking kind of shaky, that's all I'm saying. Why? Because ain't none of them even playing right now. You got Joe Jackson. I love him. Love him to death, 56. Love you. But he is not better than Taco Charleston. And the fact that you're allowing Joe Jackson, who scouts, let me know, what round was Joe Jackson drafted in? He wasn't drafted in the first. He's active. But Taco's walking around with a sweater on. I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I'm about the money. You know what I'm talking about? I need to have that's why I like wearing my necklaces when I do my show. I feel real Ric Flairish, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm about the money, man. So the money will tell you everything. The money says Taco should be playing. Why? Because you have made him a millionaire and he's really not giving you anything. So the fact that the Dallas Cowboys aren't looking at Taco like that, because you know how I am, I look at Taco and I'm like, bro, you owe me. Like, I can't trade you right now because you haven't even given me, like, now, when I finally get you to the point where you are actually productive, I'm gonna let you walk? What? That was 2 years. That was nothing. I just basically just made you a better player for another team. And then they get you for the cheapest price ever. A third round pick. When we had to give up a first round pick for you. Like, no. And then think about this, man. I keep saying this. If you trade for a player, you're going to have to cut somebody else. You want to know why? Because next week, not even next week, Monday, Robert Quinn comes back. And I got a dope video. Interview I did with him. It's dope. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. And Facebook, I'll be out of jail by the end too. So I'm going to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be doing one of them on y'all when I drop that video. But yeah, man. Robert Quinn come back Monday. He gonna be back at the crib Monday. So guess what? You can only have 53 people on the roster. So what does that mean? If Robert Quinn comes back on Monday, somebody gotta go. Somebody gotta go. So if you do trade Taco for a person, you're still gonna be in a position where you have to what? Cut somebody. So you're really gonna be taking away 2 people on that day. So what makes sense now is to trade him for a pick. Why? Because you're going to basically trade for a player and have to cut 2 players. Why? Because you're going to get the guy that you're going to have to replace for Robert Quinn. And then if you bring another guy on, you still have to replace that guy. And think about this. If you trade for a player, that player, when is he going to play? Like, if you trade, like, that's the question I want to put. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Boss Cowboy. Outside of myself, you're the smartest dude I know about that Cowboy. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I respect your game, man. I respect your sword, man. That's why I'm not tripping on that red hat and we got a goddamn game against the Redskins. I'm not gonna trip.
Sometimes you need something to pop. You know
I know what the social media say. I know, I get it.
It's just blue and silver and gray and blue and silver and gray.
I know it's like why the presidents wear the different ties because he goes to the different audiences, and I get it. But I'm just saying. But I need to ask you this question before I get out of here, before we get on to this next subject. If you trade Taco, this guy that he comes in, where is he playing? Because I see my team pretty. The starting position is pretty damn good.
But it's stuff that they can do West Coast.
Let me know, enlighten me. That's what I know. What would you do?
Good. I mean, because we really talking real business football now.
Yeah, because I mean, it's gonna happen. Like, I don't want to talk about no longer. Like,
listen, and I like how you putting this, because this is like, what can turn us to where this could be okay?
Yeah, because it's gonna happen regardless. So I've already accepted that.
Right, and that's I love how you segued that. So we move in a positive. There are things they can do that might make me happy. Like, for instance, they can still try to get us a Dak-friendly, supersized weapon.
Wide receiver.
Right. I mean, they can, right? Because really, most of our receivers still are, even though they're working, most of them are refurbished, I would call them. Refurbished weapons, you know? So I would still want to have a little bit better and upgrades at the 4th and 5th positions that can still come in and help us. Like, for instance, like, what's the use of Noah Brown if there's a better version of him out there, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a long shot, but maybe even like a Crabtree. I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, my God. I'm going to throw it right back at you if you about to trade for Michael Crabtree. He was just a free agent freaking 3 weeks and 5 weeks ago.
I'm just saying who
I'm not going to throw this nice hat. No.
I'm saying trade. I'm saying who they could bring in that makes the team better.
But that's what I'm asking you, though. My question to you is, how? Because I mean, if I'm we thinking Jerrynomics right now. We're not really thinking West Coast and Boston. We thinking Jerrynomics because real common sense says play Taco. You've already invested in him. The best return on your investment is going to be your original purchase. Duh, that's business. Stick with Taco. That's how you're gonna get your biggest return on your investment. So that's what I'm saying. If you're trading, and this is Jerrynomics. I know it's hard, but I want you to think Jerrynomics right now. If you're thinking like Jerry, you're bringing in a player. Because, bro, you're not trading him for a defensive lineman. That's dumb. That's a wash. That makes no sense.
That's why I start thinking that the next best need that could help us.
Backup offensive line. That's the only thing I can think of.
Either, man. I'm not that one, because to me, we're deep on the offensive line.
Now, when you get to them backups, man, come on now. We got them preseason. They still up there.
Right? Maybe.
Hey, Kid Supreme says a veteran quarterback. What do you think about that?
No. Cooper Rush looked okay.
Yeah, he did.
Like at least he built himself up to a game manager, right? So, and we would want him to be able to manage us to a win if something was to happen to Dak. And what bet is out there that would actually appease us? Because I'm actually naming names. I said Crabtree is one. Remember, when you say a Marshall's pick, it's going to be something wrong with them. So don't just think negative. Think about the opportunity of what they bring.
Hey, I'm going to go through, when you finish this, go ahead.
Obi Melifonwu would be somebody that you can bring in and then be cool with a future draft choice that you have for a trade. So basically, you're more so interested in the upgrade of the roster.
Available by trade, or he's available by free agency?
Free agency, but I'm saying, like, you interested in a roster spot.
No, right? I'm interested in knowing if I'm the Cowboys. My question to you is, if I'm the Cowboys, if I'm going to trade him for a player, what player or what position would I be trading for? Like I'm going to give you an example. Like, I'm going to give you an offense, like, because right now, I'm going to just name off the positions and you give me yes or no, right? Quarterback. Yeah. So we can do all 22 positions real quick, right?
Do it, no.
All right, no. Quarterback, no. Wide receiver.
No, well, depends. If
whoever gets a yes will come back. Whoever gets a yes will come back.
Yes.
Okay. Running back. No. O-line. Yes. I'm putting a yes on that one. We'll come back.
Okay.
Tight end.
No.
No. Fullback. Forgive me, Lord. My bad, Keith. I forgot.
No.
Fullback.
No.
Hold up, no. Okay. So you got DN.
No.
No. DT.
Depend.
Okay.
Yes.
I can see it. If a name's out there.
Right.
Like, bro, can I ask a question? What would? Oh my God, I gotta write this down. But I've been wanting to ask you this for the longest because I know you really big on the draft, bro. Noah Spence was available on the free agency. He was a guy that I liked back in 2017, 2016. He got released, man. He was nasty. I always wanted to ask you what your opinion on Noah Spence, but I don't know if you knew him or not.
I love Noah Spence.
He was just a free. He's a free. I don't know if he signed, but he was a free agent yesterday. Like so 2 days ago.
Put him down. See, that's a good thought. And see, I wouldn't sleep on that thought at all, West Coast, for this reason. Because see, when a guy seems to fit us and fit Rod, if you're thinking about the player alone, that's one dimensional. If you're thinking about merging that person that's a flawed pick somewhere else with Rod that can restore, that's to me what the formula has been working for us. Obviously with Woods, it even happened with David Irvin, right? We had a run with Jones. Ross still doing good. All these was pretty much kind of flawed names, right? But when you merge it with Rod Marinelli, you get an upside swing. And my definition of Marshall's are former first round, second round picks.
Yeah. My only thing is if you trade for a D tackle and you still have your second round pick inactive, that is sending a huge signal. So I think we could trade. It could, but I definitely don't. I don't think they would do it. I think they would play Tristan Hill before they did that.
That's political. We really trying to make sure we hoping that Rod continue to keep his same pattern of just doing whatever's best for the team, right? Because that Woods move was just best for the team because Woods was a no-name. If it was about favorites, then he would have politicized him out. But the fact that when the day he slapped Fredericks was the day that he started. So we just hoping that Rod can steal that guy. His track record says he's that guy, to where if he don't really see it in Tristan here right now, but the trenches is still a priority for us to feel like we're going to have the identity we need, especially getting late into the season. I can see the swap for a DT. That's why I said yes for that position.
All right, oh, that was good. Okay, so we ain't even got to come back to DT because you chopped that one good.
We went through that.
All right, linebacker.
No.
DB, as in defensive back, as in corner.
Depends.
All right, so we'll hit a yes on that. Safeties. Yes. Okay. So these are the yeses. We have a yes on wide receiver. We have a yes on offensive line. We have a yes on D tackle, corner, and safety.
Yeah.
Now, let's narrow it down real quick. If we trade for let's do by division. Now I'm gonna ask you an additional question. Second question. I'm going to go through these. I'm going to ask you out of these 5, if we traded for someone, do you think they have an opportunity to come in here and start, or we'll be trading for a backup? All right?
Okay.
Wide receiver.
Backup.
It's going to be a backup. That's what I thought. Offensive line.
Backup.
D tackle.
Rotate.
They're going to, because they rotate anyway. Corner.
No, they don't start. Nickel.
Safety.
Maybe. Rotate.
Okay, so
the priority position is the rotation of
D tackle and safety. D tackle and there, right there. There it is, right there.
Same stuff. It was the same.
D tackle and safety. So right now, we believe that. And the O-line, the only way I can see an O-line is if you're going directly after Connor Williams. Anywhere on the offensive line, no. They're not gonna do it. But if you're directly trying to replace Connor Williams, then but I don't think after one game you've seen enough. And he actually played good. To be honest with you, the worst person on the line Sunday was Zach Martin by far. And that's what the film say.
Yep. And that's what a lot of analyst says. It's what my Cowboy OC expert says. Yeah. But yeah. So basically, how you broke that down, the priority positions. The only way I can see a receiver as if it's somebody that's gonna be a Noah Brown replacement, where he can be a cut victim, especially. Why wouldn't he be? Right? Honestly, if you look at the debut of those receivers with Dak, and then you look at Kellen Moore not running this committee stuff that was under Scott Linehan, and you look at him never really being a fit with Dak. I mean, you got a chance to upgrade and get your red zone big target that actually can run routes. That would be a dream come true for me, because that's what I always felt like we need is situationally, you know?
But see, the thing that why I don't think they'll touch wide receiver is because after that last game, I think they're going to think that, and then you still have Devin Street and you still have Cedric Wilson. Like, you have guys who actually played pretty decent in preseason that have not got an opportunity. So that's not only
none of those guys are big targets. All of those guys are the same.
I believe it, but that's what I'm saying. They're not valuing the big target. Like, they want speed though.
Basically, if you right, what we're doing is we choosing to go into the season like the Rams, because the Rams are built just like us. None of their receivers are big targets. They beat you with scheme and separation, right? So if they in the red zone, they call it right play for those little receivers. They not gonna have a guy that's gonna out athleticism you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, if we are going that way, we're going in the direction of athletes and play caller. I'm trying to get somebody, and I'm hoping that they thinking about having somebody that even when they're covered, they can still make a play. Because that receiver's not on my team. No. See, because the ball that Dak threw to Cooper had to be a dime, and he had to win. See, at least with a guy like Dez didn't necessarily have to get a step on you to win. You see what I'm saying? He would win because he was going to jump over you even if you was in his hip. So that's a different type of receiver, you know? And so it's almost like that's what I would hope that they do. And sometimes I've seen some of my dreams come true. Like my dream last year, and I wrote about it, was to move Kellen Moore from quarterback coach to a schemer. I wrote about it, you know? And it's ended up happening. So it's the same vision and dream that I still have on having some type of receiver that can make plays even when they're covered, because we don't have that. But going back to your list, which is a good list, and it explains very well what the trade option could really be, because that's what we're still talking about Taco. The trade option could be where we would all kind of sit back and be happy, another quality DT, because Tristan Hill might not just be working out right now. He just might be green, right? Which is just honestly what the tea leaves is on the show. And other end of the spectrum is safety, which the fans have always been calling for, and they might have some problems with it right now.
You good, Ms. Weaver. But yeah, man, you absolutely right. And I mean, that's why I said I think it makes more sense to trade for a pick. Because right now, if you trade for someone, you're still going to have to try to get him in here. You still have, like, the cool thing about the game with the Cowboys is we have such a great problem. It's ridiculous. And that is, we have on that defense, we have some solid backup guys and some rotational guys. Like, remember, guys, we cut some guys that y'all liked. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we still have, there's some good situational rotational people out there. So I just think
you got Quinn, who's gonna be a pros pro coming back.
Yep.
You never know. Gregory could walk through the door at any moment, because the moment they said they was reinstating Gordon was the moment he was practicing with Tom Brady that week.
Yep.
So I mean, maybe they know something that we don't know, to where you getting ready to be super deep on that right side, and we just don't see what they see. We're not in those talks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they could be already weeks ahead of us and say, let's get some player value out of this, to where we crying over Taco now, and we be messing around and be high-fiving over the trade of Taco tomorrow. But from the viewpoint of what I can see and you can see, I don't like the trade. And it would have to, but I would start to stomach it for the right DT and the right safety, or if they made a roster move to give us an extra Dak-friendly supersized weapon.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, I mean, I agree with a lot of it. I just think the Cowboys, I mean, right now I think it makes more sense to trade him for a pick, because even if he gets in here, man, we got to see if whenever he can play. But Hey, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. You already know we're going to keep you guys updated on anything that happens with Taco. But we definitely think because of the behaviors the Cowboys are putting out there that there's going to be something happening with Taco here soon. So, yo, man, we appreciate y'all in the comment box.
Look at Miami, too, because remember, Miami's in a fire sale.
Yeah. Hey, absolutely. They trying to fire us and sell everything. So we appreciate you guys in the comments on Facebook, man. Let's go ahead and go switch on to our next topic. Our next thing we're gonna be talking about is this Redskins offense. Last night we took about 2-3 hours and went over and looked at that last game that they played against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's up. The coach's film is up right now also on what is it, NFL Game Pass. So if you don't have that, make sure you need to get that. You know what I'm saying? So you can watch that. And these are just coming like our first thoughts on the Washington Redskin offense and the kind of the challenges they might present and the things they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So just starting it off, man. Just starting it off. One thing I will say about the Washington Redskins, again, at least against the Philadelphia Eagles, is they're definitely trying to kind of like change their culture into more of a run-first based team. And you really saw that with the young kid Geis. I didn't see where he got hurt at. I was actually looking for that. I didn't see actual play, so I'm kind of curious. Like maybe he did a run and then, you know, maybe he just felt it later on or something, but I didn't actually see a play of him actually going down, so that was kind of weird. But you know, what are your thoughts on them? You know, kind of like, you know, being, you know, going from a Kirk Cousins style offense where this dude was throwing the ball like 5-4, like Kirk Cousins threw for a lot of yards and a lot of losses. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they didn't win a lot of games with Kirk Cousins, but I mean, they won some games, but they didn't win a whole lot of games. But that dude threw a lot of yards. You would have thought he would have won more games, right? But they've gone away from that. You know what I'm saying? And they're definitely more of a run-first team. But that was the first initial thing that kind of stood out to me, man. What's your thought on it, bro?
Yeah, well, the Redskins, they have to be a run-first team. The number one reason that they have to be a run-first team is because they have issues with the passing game, and the issues obviously started with the injury to Alex Smith, right? So now since Alex Smith, you've been scrambling to try to get something to get that passing game going, and then if you look at their weapons, they don't even have outside weapons. Everything about them screams, and we have to slow the game down. We have to beat you with defense. And we'll have to run the ball to even keep it close because we can't throw it at anybody. If it even halfway becomes a shootout, they shoot themselves in the head because they the type of team offensively that's shooting with a 6-shooter when you start to have teams like Dallas that's, you know, shooting with a chopper. They do it with an AK-47 and a bazooka, right? So they have so like for instance, looking at the whole year of them last year, their offense was ranked 29 in average points per game. In yards, they was ranked 28. Passing, they was ranked 188. Where they was in the middle ground West Coast, it was rushing. That's where they was ranked 17. And if you look at what they did in the draft, the guy that the only person that really made plays was the receiver Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Out of Ohio State, right? Number 17. Right? He was the big play guy. The other receiver is Mr. Irrelevant. Literally.
That's the dude. Yeah, he scored on us though. He was relevant that last game.
But he wasn't relevant. It was just that Anthony Brown was starting, and he got beat on the end-breaking route, right? And that's the same thing that always happens to Anthony Brown. He's the one that loses to the least amount of competition, and that's a fact, right? So, yes, he was relevant, but he was relevant against our weakest DB, I would say. I agree with you on that, you know. But my point is, if you had the right starters out there, he's also a non-fact. You know, so their most dangerous guy's a rookie receiver.
Yeah.
Right? So,
let's go. Yeah, that's and think about this, Boss Cowboy. They actually last week they played 3 rookie receivers. So I mean, they're not really. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. I know we always talk about Will McClay and the good things he do, but y'all got to understand how good it is to be able to lose players and replace them with halfway decent replacements, because teams be really going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like like their team, like the cool thing about the Cowboys is we have a pretty decent we have a pretty decent player at every position where most teams don't have that. You know what I'm saying? There's drop-offs in the rooms. In this Washington room,
you can see the cap damaging teams.
Exactly. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta really value Will McClay because our drop-off between each room is like each room is pretty competitive. It's just about us as a team wanting it better. I know we rag on the safety because of Jeff Heath, but Xavier Woods, Donovan Wilson, that's pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? You see how you switched the two names, and now you like, ooh, I like that safety class. Would you say, oh, you got an outside pool and an inside pool? Yeah, he ugly, being ugly. You know what I'm saying?
You got all amenities.
You got all the amenities.
The roof is old, but you got the landscaping, you got the moat, you got everything. You know?
But in their offense, another thing we noticed also is they run a lot of hooks and they run a lot of curls. You know what their offense reminds me of? Scott Linehan's.
That's exactly what it looked like. I dare anybody go watch the game from Philly, and the first thing you go think is you watching the offense of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, the Dallas Cowboys. And Zeke out there trying to just do his best. Guys out there just trying to do it. Like, I'm going to tell you, with that type of offense, your running back always going to be hurt, bro. He out there, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to do his little best. Like, and bro, they're not running a play past 12 yards, bro.
Yeah, it was super conservative. Like West Coast and I, we was watching the film. I just dare anybody to go back and recap it on with your own eyes. Because we so used to watching Linehan in Dallas, your mind go see it. You go see it. You don't even have to be a trained film guy. That look like Dallas. Run on first down, run on second down. You know, trying to get it.
Boss, remember the one drive? They literally ran, passed.
Yeah.
Got the first down, right? Then they ran, pass, punt. They two pass plays in a series of like what 8 plays.
Yeah, so West Coast, what does that mean to us since we kind of talking about their offense? I know they don't want to hear us scout their offense. What does that mean we go more than likely to do in return? What would you think based on that conservative offense? What do you think and predict we're going to do in return?
As far as what? As far as what is the defense?
It's like you sizing up your opponent and then you look at them compared to us. What's your prediction?
As far as on the offense or the defense?
We're talking about the offense, so our defense versus their offense.
I mean, you're my offense versus their offense, our defense versus the first thing I'm gonna do, honestly, because you gotta think like this. Adrian Peterson wasn't even activated last week. You know what I'm saying? So you got a brand new running back out there. I know he ran crazy on us last time, but he also had a game to warm up. You know what I'm saying? He coming straight from off the side of the field to playing. Now, he always played good against Dallas, but at some point, they got to give. Adrian Peterson, you 31 years old, man. Knock it off. You know what I'm saying? So if that defense can contain that, like at some point, that's going to have to give, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? And I ain't knocking it because AP, you gave me a beautiful shout out for my show. I thank you, brother. But come on, AP.
Yeah, man.
But you know what I'm gonna really do? I'm gonna contain that run and force them boys to throw that ball. And when they throw that ball, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
Yeah. I mean, to me, just like the biggest thing you talked about is just kind of how Will McClay built us. And when you look, and then another thing, since we're talking about offense and their offense versus our defense, and we still on the topic of their offense, we forgot to talk about the major push that Philly was getting on their offensive line. They literally demolishing their offensive line like consistently. They was literally crashing the pocket of their quarterback, Case Keenum. They was like. We were saying it all games we was watching. He has no pocket.
None.
He has to get rid of the ball.
None. Offensive line.
We watched about 3 plays in a row to where everybody lost. Like literally everybody lost. Everybody was collapsed in the case. Everybody.
Standing straight up.
Especially the right tackle. The right tackle was
Moses Morgan.
The worst. And so think about it. I don't want to rush past this. Who's going to be going against that right tackle?
That's gonna be how much? Wait, time out. You mean how much money is gonna be going against that right tackle?
Now, what person on our team is gonna be going against
A guy who told a kid to get the right jersey, so I know he gonna be crazy.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, man. D-Law, man. What the hell you mean? D-Law playing on that side. I'm telling you,
is gonna be going against Morgan Moses, who's a holding machine, and was their worst blocker versus Philly.
By far.
Yeah.
Like there was times, I'm gonna be honest with you, where like he couldn't, like their pocket just collapsed straight up. So the quarterback is just like throwing it like that, trying to get it over. Like I was like, dang. But yeah, Tank is gonna have a sack, man. I actually think Tank's gonna probably have 2 sacks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If the skies part right, the wind blowing in the right direction, and the dog's not howling, Tank might get 4 sacks on that guy.
Yeah, he's gonna. I mean, they're at some point. I'm assuming they would switch it up, but if they don't, yeah, he'll go crazy. But
He'll go crazy
because he was
the film that we saw on that right side. Morgan Moses is not ready for Tank. I'm just saying it right now. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of his film session this week is on DeMarcus Lawrence. For real. A lot of his film session that Moses Morgan is watching right now is on how to stop DeMarcus Lawrence, because he did not have a good day against Philly at all. I mean, they were standing him straight up, pushing him like straight. Like there was times like literally where the quarterback just got pushed, all sides just collapsed.
Yeah. And I'm going to just be blunt and honest, West Coast.
And then your boy Penn on the other side, he ain't the Penn from the Raiders.
Exactly.
He
and
not.
I'm gonna just keep it all the way. Can I just say funky?
Yeah.
We should do them like we did the Giants. I mean, I'm just being honest, man. That's what the film says. That's what it says on paper. And we didn't play our best game when we demolished New York. Like, if it's just about how do we match up against this offense, since that's the topic we on right now, I mean, if we play up to our potential, it should be really the domination of this offense, man. This should be like, if they get 10 points, I'll be upset.
Yeah, I mean, and then if you do their breakdown, they scored 27 total points in the game, right? Well, they scored 20 points in the first half of the game. Then they scored 7 points with 9 seconds left on the fourth quarter. So they literally fell apart in the second half. But the blocking, the consistency, one thing I'll say is the blocking was bad consistently. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm the Washington Redskins, like, I wouldn't even be mad at my quarterback as far as saying like he had a bad game. I would be more mad at my offensive line. Like, man, I would not want to put Haskins in there like that. I wouldn't. Like, to be honest with you, like, they need to invest some money into that offensive line before they throw that young rookie back there. Or they need to tell him 1 read, 2 read, run. Because Keenum was getting killed, bruh. Like, he was getting killed, and that's why I said, like, yeah, I wouldn't throw my rookie quarterback to the wolves like that.
So, like, in a nutshell, for everybody that's listening to us talk about the offense, I say it like this: super anemic. Like, this is a game we should dominate. Like, and that's just honest. Now, it's gonna change when we change and talk about the defense, because they got some stuff over there.
Well, shoot, let's talk about that defense right now, man.
Talk about it. I mean, like,
Ryan Kerrigan is a beast.
Right.
He's a beast. There's no way around it. He's a wild man. He's a beast. Like, yeah. Ryan Kerrigan is everything that I would have. I mean, I ain't gonna say Sean Lee because they play different positions, but just how violently and I don't give a damn. Like, that's how he plays. Like, he just tries to if he can't make the play, he just runs into everything. And just tries to slow it down. He's a football player. Ryan Kerrigan, you 100% get my respect.
Right, and then the good news, obviously, is Jonathan Allen is out, right? And they was leaving to run Payne. And what West Coast and I noticed yesterday, because on paper, we was making the case that we should throw the ball on these guys. To be honest, what the film was showing is that they're susceptible off tackle. They're also susceptible
guard.
Yeah, in the A and B gaps. You know, that they right up the middle. Just because now you have one of your best players out, Jonathan Allen, and it showed. It really did show. So it's one of those things to where it depends on whatever Kellen Moore wants to put on film. If he wants to reserve, maybe he run it through Zeke. If he want to kind of start giving Zeke more and ramping him up, you can do that this game because they're not what they were when they had Jonathan Allen. And then, Tim Settle is a good replacement. He's a big guy out of Virginia. That's a meathead, a run stuffer, But then Montez Sweat, the freak, he's a rookie and he looked like it going against Philly. Like he didn't look like the natural. Yeah, you ran the great 40, and you look like a freak when you was in your gym shorts. But when you was in pads, you couldn't see that explosion coming out of him yet.
Yeah.
So, and then also, their best players are going against our most improved players. Like when you look at Ryan Kerrigan, you're going against a guy that PFF just graded as the best tackle in the league, which is Liam, right? So where if it was going against Liam from last year, I would have more concern. But this is a motivated Liam, a guy that's been consistently just raved about from training camp all the way even through game one. So that's to me more of a stalemate, right? When you look at Ryan versus Leah, right? And then they were saying rumors out there like, and I hope this happened. I'm pretty sure you heard this too. But they sent out a signal talking about Josh Norman might follow Amari around. Like, please do that. Please do that. And so once again, kind of like when you look at us like athletically on paper, and you look at how we performing right now, and you notice, I listened to Kellen Moore today. Kellen Moore said, yeah, we got a lot that we didn't get to, right? We got a lot of plays that we like that we just didn't get to, and we might get to now with the Redskins. Meaning nobody really knows our offense yet. So the element of surprise is also going to be going against this defense.
Yeah, absolutely right, man. And I got the Washington Redskin report today as far as Jonathan Allen did not practice at all, did not practice on Wednesday either. So we can pretty much, I think he's a healthy scratch. Caleb Brantley did not practice 2 days. Quentin Dunbar, corner, limited, did not practice. He was limited on Wednesday and did not practice on Thursday. That's not good. You typically want to go the other way. You want to go from did not practice to limited. You know what I'm saying? When you go from limited to did not practice, that means what, Boss Cowboy?
You're not playing.
That means you're probably not playing. All right, Darius Geis, man, I feel so sorry for the youngster. He was just on some radio talking about, man, I am not injury prone. And then he got injured the next week. So, yeah, man, I hate it for the youngster, though. He did not practice. He's done. Probably done for the next couple weeks. Colt McCoy don't care. He's not playing. Fabian Monroe, corner, not playing. Limited. Monty Nelson, safety, did not practice, and then he's limited, so that means he'll probably play again. Reed. This is a big one, though. Jordan Reed, concussion, limited. I wanted to also tell you guys some people that did stand out. That there's some no-name guys. Number 55, man. Huckums, whatever his name is, Hokleby or what his name is, Holcomb.
Yeah.
Holcomb. He was flying over everywhere.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's a young playmaker.
Wendy says West Coast, change West Coast, stepping up. Yes, and you get your respect. I am listening to stop. I'm in the mood. Right? They already scared. Montez Sweat was. Kerry says that Montez Sweat was a no-show. You're absolutely right. It was a no-show in that last game. But I think he's also a rookie. So I mean, all rookies take some time to, unless you like a first, even first round picks. You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to Buddha. I still got to give Buddha credit, man, because see, Buddha was high on Cole Holcomb out of North Carolina. He sent me good Cole tape like 3 times, And
Cole Holcomb is a rookie?
Yeah, and he made me add.
What round did he go in?
5th.
Bro, he's nice.
I added Cole to my list because of Buddha. Yep, Buddha sent me Cole.
He is nice.
Yeah, he's nice. I remember Cole. I remember scouting from Buddha. Yep. Fact. I mean, Buddha sent it to me. So the work we do stuff. We work on these guys in the off season. Just as scouts. This is why you need to continue to listen to the show, because the work that we put in always now is going to our scouting report. Don't you want to hear about this? Don't you want to know if you see this guy making plays, who it is, right? But don't you want to know, like, if Zeke is going up against this guy, the profile of this guy, so that you can actually be a better fan, you can actually be more aware of what's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Cole Holcomb is that guy. But it's somebody that we scouted and we saw coming, and then he showed it on the tape, So one hit wonder don't look like who this guy is, and more so look like that the film didn't lie, and he was always considered a middle guy, but with good film. And Dallas even like this guy.
Yeah. So that's actually a good point. Really good point. Wow. Man, the fact that he's a rookie just blows my mind away. Because he played really good against Philadelphia.
Yeah, he was balling. Like he had a great intensity that the other guys honestly didn't have.
Yeah. Something else I noticed about this defense is the cornerbacks, they will give up big plays. So throw the ball. Like Philly was giving up big plays all day. And guess what? They was wide open. Like wide open. So this defense, they will give up some big plays.
And I'm gonna be honest, man, when it comes to explosion, I think we're more explosive than Philly. I think Philly their weapons are good, but when it comes to explosion, in the offseason I gave the weapons edge to Philly, but actually watching them get against the Redskins, I'm gonna change for right now. Like, watching us game one versus them and actually seeing that product we put out the field with a mature Gallup and looking at Cobb and looking at obviously Cooper, so we have we have vertical option on this defense.
Yeah, so and that's why our thought for this game is Dallas Cowboys should use that same game plan we just had and throw the ball.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that, Jonathan Allen, my boy, I'm saying his name wrong, but he creates a lot of pressure with him. So if he's not there, you definitely need to take advantage of that and go after these young cornerbacks. So I think that's what we're going to do. I also, something I'll drop my video tomorrow, but on the rest of this, but we definitely feel that the Dallas Cowboys should be able to put the ball in the air and should be very successful at throwing that ball. Hey, man, I had an update real quick on one of my subjects, man. As we switch to this next subject, man, I got a tweet that I want to read to you, and then we can kind of talk about it a little bit. The tweet says it's from Calvin Watkins, is a reputable guy, Blue Check Gang. He says, going forward, Chris Richard will address media during the coordinator days. Nothing has changed in his duties between him and Rob Marinelli. Marinelli just wants Richard to get his name out there a little more. Nice gesture. You read that one more time?
I got it.
I just want to read it, though. Going forward, Chris Richard will address the media during the coordinator days. Nothing has changed in his duties between him and Rob Marinelli. Marinelli wants Richard to get his name out there a little more. Nice gesture. What are your thoughts on that?
Basically, it's one of those meaningless titles that a lot of times people in power do to try to give you some kind of intrinsic value. It really is just a title change, and it's a responsibility change to make it feel like they're developing you for head coach. But it really also can be a smoke screen, like if they decide to go in another direction, right? So that's more kind of, it's good training for him. It's something that spruces his resume. It shows appreciation for his efforts, but it also, gives them the ability to say, we're looking out for you and help his morale. So it's a good move. And then Rod and Chris, they have a special rapport. Rod is of that level to where it's almost like Rod is the perfect person if you're ever ambitious, you want to try to roll with somebody that's not as ambitious as much as possible. Because sometimes that ambition between two ambitious people can cause conflict, right? So the fact that Rod has already rolled the de-coordinated wave, he's not trying to be a head coach. He's like, I just want to be a coach, live with my wife, smoke cigars, and enjoy football. And you have a guy that's kind of coming up the ladder. You don't have Rod is not threatened by the young buck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things to where it's a good move. It's good for morale for him, and I think it's smart business by the Cowboys. But in terms of what does it really do for him, nothing.
Yeah, man. Just reading the tweet. I mean, why does a guy with a job need to be out there more? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Out there more to do what? Like, what are you trying to achieve by putting him out there more if he already has a job? When you put somebody out there, that means they're trying to look for an opportunity. So you know what that lets me know? Chris Richard has probably told Ron Marinelli that he wants to be a head coach. And I don't think y'all want to hear that, but guess what? You need to hear that. Like,
he's on the way out.
I definitely think, and you know what I think Ron Marinelli's doing? He's helping him.
Yep.
That's what I think. I think Ron Marinelli and Chris Richard had a conversation, and that conversation is this: I want to be a head coach in the NFL. And as much as they love Richard, I told you guys this was going to happen. Kellen Moore is going to be the golden child. No matter what happens this year, let's just be real. You guys are not going to give Jason credit for it. You're going to give the credit to who? Kellen Moore. That's why he did the post-game interview. So since that's going to happen, why is there the need to have Jason Garrett as your coach? I'm not saying that they would automatically promote Kellen Moore to head coach, but I just don't think they would give him that love for something they don't feel that he did, especially if they're giving Kellen Moore the love for it now. So there's going to be some coaching changes next year. And as much as I love Coach Richard is a radical. And to be honest with you, a radical is, if you love the radical, but you ain't going to give him the keys to the castle. And I'm going to be honest with you. Want to know why? Because at some point, you know you're going to come to a head. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it sounded good on paper. You know what I'm saying? Until Chris Richard's like, I want to do this. And Jerry Jones is like, no, I want to do that. And we're going to do that. Part of the reason why Jason Garrett keeps his job is because he understands how to maneuver within that premise. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Chris Richard's really cut out to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys and deal with the stuff that we're going to put you through. Like, bro, what coach goes through? You damn near basically almost had you had 3 players, and you put them all 3 in a position where only one of them was even at training camp because Cooper was hurt and Zeke was a holding out. And this is in the same year where they're not extending you. And then think about this, Boss Cowboy. All the picks that they picked this year, none of them were directly picked to help you save your job because most of them dudes aren't even playing. The only one that's really going to play a lot this year is going to be Donovan Wilson. I think at the end of this year, when you look at all the snaps, I think Donovan Wilson will probably have more snaps than Tony Pollard when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? Because my boy Tony P did look good, but, he looked cool. But, my thing is this. The Dallas Cowboys aren't, unless Zeke is just dead tired, they're going to have Zeke on the field. Especially when him coming out saying, oh, yeah, I'm ready for a workload. So I say all this to say this, man. Chris Richard, this offseason, I know this offseason had to have shown him something. And we just pretend like these folks just don't pay attention to that. So my question is this the environment that Chris Richard want to grow up old in? And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it is. Why? Because Chris Richard, I'm pretty sure, feels that he could go be one of these hotshot coaches like McVay. And guess what? Think about this. McVay's owner, we don't even know who it is. Want to know why? Because he takes care of everything. New Orleans Saints owner. Who's the owner? You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because Sean Payton does everything. There are organizations that will literally let the head coach do everything. Most organizations are actually like that, where the loudest voice is the head coach. So the fact that he's putting him out there lets me know that they have definitely had a conversation. Because my question is this: where are you trying to get out there to where? Where are we going? You know what I'm saying, Boss Cowboy?
Totally, and I'm gonna give you my honest to God, straight up opinion on it, and it's gonna make some people upset. Okay, so before I upset everybody, I'm gonna say this: that it needs to be a year-long interview between Chris Richard and I'm gonna say it, Kellen Moore. I am for Kellen Moore being the head coach. The person that's better with the players, the person with the better philosophy, the person that's going to be able to, get people fired up better is going to be obviously Chris Richard. The person that's been just preparing is Chris Richard. But this is why you have to put Kellen Moore in that list. You have to. Let me tell you why. Because if you look at the trend of the NFL, the young, offensive-minded coaches make the best change to teams immediately. So it's just it don't even matter if they don't have to be rah-rah guys or anything. Their systems do it. Like Sean McVay doesn't have to be a rah-rah guy. They rah-rah just because of the offense he runs. They'll become rah-rah within themselves because they scoring.
Exactly.
Right? They getting points. And go look at different systems when the offensive coordinator left and what happened. Still to this day, I'm going to say it, Atlanta has the best weapons in the NFL. They have never looked the same since Shanahan left.
Nope.
They have never looked the same. And look how fast the Rams became Super Bowl contenders because of an offensive mind.
Yeah.
Sorry. Look at Lincoln Riley, right?
Yeah, defensive coaches, and I'm going to tell you right now, unless you have worked for Bill Belichick on your resume somewhere or worked for Pete Carroll on your resume somewhere, defense, they're not looking for that. They're looking for coaches to score points.
Because I'm looking at the trend of what's working. I'm sorry. You have to look at what's working around the league. And if both of them sitting in your house, you got to prioritize what's working, right? And like, look what Lincoln Riley is doing. He had two people that looked like they want to go work out on other teams, and he made them Heisman winners and #1 draft picks that's also successful in the NFL. And he taking another quarterback and doing that now. Is he a rah-rah guy?
No.
Is he come on, guys?
Nope.
Hey, and they surrounded him like, we're going to leave it out.
Think about this, Boss Cowboy. Think about the first time he did that at the Philly game and what Stephen Jones said the next day. Stephen Jones.
That's not us.
Yeah, he said that's not us.
And see, Steven I disagree with Steven on that. I think it was good, but I'm just saying systematically, I'd rather have a boring offensive mind than a rah-rah, get everybody hype, average offense.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why I think, in my opinion, I definitely think that I think Chris Richard's still very happy in Dallas, but I also feel that he's ready to elevate and show what he can do on a large scale. And you got to think like this: if you're at a job and you're just sitting there, and you're at some point you need to ask yourself, "Am I going to get promoted here?" And if you tell yourself no, why are you still there?
Yeah. And my question is, I would want Chris Richard as my head coach if it's a Kellen Moore package. And it depends on if Kellen Moore is able to just continue what he does. That's why I call it a year-long interview. And I'm watching both of them. I'm watching how the defense performs, because if we scoring right now, we're keeping score. Did defense win game one?
No. Offense did.
Offense won game one, so that goes to Kellen Moore. So, and I'm going to do it every game. You hear me, West Coast?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it every game. So this next game, if defense doesn't look as good again, strike against you, Chris Richard. You know what I mean? If Dak out there balling like he was with the receivers and the running backs and everybody eating and they on the sideline talking about, which one of y'all want to
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you, boss. E. Kush made a good point. She says Eagles OC left and went to the Colts and turned them into a playoff team. I'm gonna tell you this: if Kellen Moore continues, no matter how we do good this year, if he can turn us into a scoring offense after we were averaging 17 points, Kellen Moore is going to be the most sought after coach in the NFL next year.
Exactly.
So think about this. You might have to promote Kellen Moore to head coach just to keep him.
Yep. And then, money talks too. So does security. Right? So another thing you can do with Chris Richard is say, hey, we'll make you like the highest paid.
But they already did that. They did that this past offseason.
Another raise. You know what I mean?
Because Brian Flores is about to get fired in Miami. He's going to lose his job. So that job will.
Man.
And boss, think about this. He interviewed for that job. If Brian Flores gets fired, and I definitely believe he is, Chris Richard he was already their #1 guy that they wanted.
Exactly. It's like, do you want 5 years of prosperity in Dallas with Kellen Moore and a team that's built like at least for 5 years, right? And that's on the cool. Like literally, right now with this one off season, our core players are signed for like 4 to 5 years. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Offensive line to 2023, 2024. That getting ready to be for the next 6 years. Zeke 6 years, right? You got Tank 6 years. You got Jalen 6 years. You got Collins up to 2024. Yo, everything about this team is built. So it's like, and then I can get a head coach check from Jerry just to ride this out. And then after I give you a couple of rings under this one, now I can go anywhere as a head coach. So it's like Chris Richard. The same pitch that they gave the players, they need to give Chris.
Yep.
You can stay under us, take a pay increase, because we'll pay you more if we like you, right? Because we're going to promote Kelly the head coach. I'm telling you that now.
You might have to, bro, because there's one when I'm gonna show you. Let me give everybody a tidbit. In a coaching contract, there is a stipulation in every coaching contract, assistant and below, that you can break the contract for a promotion. So if you're an assistant coach, you can break your contract, and there's no legal ramification. That you can't sue or anything like that to get promoted. They can't stop you from getting promoted. And that's why I believe if Brian Flores does not turn this camp around in Florida, in Miami, Chris Richard will be going to Miami next year because they already wanted him. The reason why he stayed is because we gave him a raise. So now it's like, now he's going to have to turn down a raise and the prestige. And guess what? Every assistant pimp wants to be the main pimp at some point. Let's just be real. He young.
Look at Will McClay, right? Will McClay.
Peter says Kellen Moore doesn't want to be a head coach right now. How do we know that? Why? It's funny how whenever we talk about people, we always assume that they have no ambition. Like, so we would assume that it's funny like this. They said Kellen Moore has had a playbook since he was 11 years old. D. Law said that today. Do you think when he was walking around the house when he was a playbook that he was pretending to be an offensive coordinator? No. He was pretending to be a head coach. Like, yes, Chris Richard wants to be a head coach. I remember I asked my little brother. Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore absolutely wants to be a head coach. And think about this, it's not even about going after the position, because you don't got to go after the position. The Miami Dolphins picked up the phone and called Chris Richard. They'll call you. You ain't got to be ambitious. All you got to do is answer your phone when they call, because they are going to call. And they're going to call.
And they're going to throw big money.
They're going to throw big money.
And this is why, because it's what's working. It's obviously. Why do you think they went to Texas Tech and go get this guy with an air raid offense going out there?
A losing record. Mind you, say a losing record at Texas Tech. He had a losing record at Texas Tech.
Running 10 personnel, and they was like, "Come on."
Never won more than 7 games and has a job in the NFL right now.
Phoenix is like,
"Come on in." And we'll get rid of our old quarterback and let you pick any guy you want. That's total control.
My last question is, can you blame him? No, because it's working. If you find something that's working in this NFL, you know what they do? They steal it.
Yep.
Like when Wildcat was working, they was stealing it. RPO was working, they started stealing it. It's a copycat league. And when it's working, everybody go do it. What do they do to all the Belichick coaches? Go get them.
They go get them.
What happened? Why is Belichick a coach himself? Because he was under the big tune? Because he was working? So it's one of those things to where all we got to do is use a little bit of, hindsight, and you can lose it. You can use the hindsight to have foresight, right? So if we see the pattern that's obviously happening around the NFL, why not expect somebody to call Kellen Moore if he took this offense, which was everybody called predictable, anemic, and all that kind of stuff, and in one game, we shot up seven spots on the power rankings, and it was because of the offense, not a defense.
Yep.
Right? It wasn't a complete game; it was a one-sided game.
Yeah. So he's gonna, and then think about this: how many times?
Why not imagine if he keep this up, he's gonna get a call.
And they gonna say, I know you never really, maybe Peter Wright. Let's just say Peter Wright. I know you don't have no ambition of being the head coach, but we talking like we go quadruple your pay.
Yeah, because he's not making. Think about this, Jason.
You want to try West Coast? You want to try?
Well, Jason Witten right now Jason Garrett is making $6.5 million right now. So I would think, and what does he do? Right, $6.5 million. And what does he do? Kellen Moore is actually calling plays and talking to your quarterback, sitting down, having a conversation. And at most, he's making $1.5 million, $2 million. So you're gonna tell me that he's gonna walk away from maybe 6.5 at least to $7-8 million? Think about this. The dude from Texas Tech got 7, and he never coached in the NFL before. And he makes just as much money as Jason Garrett. Why would you turn that type of money down?
No, I'm just getting my feet wet. No, he'll be like, I'll try head coach.
I mean, and then think about this: when you're a head coach, and the cool thing about and I'm gonna tell you, these new coaches, they're being smart and telling them, I'm coming in and I'm going to, because you gotta, in order to call my plays, I gotta be able to pick the players. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's why I said, if you put Will McClay in a situation where he can pick the players and everybody has autonomy to do their job, he'll probably go undefeated, man.
I agree.
Go undefeated.
I agree. And then I also want to say one more thing, since we were talking about Chris, we spending Kellen Moore. Man, he'll get a lot of calls because he's honestly extremely likable. He's extremely likable. He's humble. He's low key. He speaks in common sense. Like, you sense no ego in him. It's all about execution. You know what I mean? You don't see no self-indulgent in Kellen Moore. So, like, if you're an owner and you see a guy that you don't have to share success with, that just, you know what I mean? Like Jerry Jones will feel very comfortable with a Kellen Moore, because Kellen Moore will be almost like Jason Garrett.
Exactly, a younger version.
Yeah, he gonna be a younger version of where, okay, it's y'all thing. This is my input. Y'all do respect my mind because I'm intelligent, and they do, right? I mean, they respected his mind so much that they let him put Witten on the field 66% of the time, which is that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So it shows you that he also have the soft skills that's gonna make him attractive.
Yeah, that's a really good. Those are really good points, and that's why we kept on bringing up Miami, man. We kept on bringing Miami. Why? Because Miami is a desperate team, and that's all it really takes is a very desperate team to mess everything up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it real. The reason why I think Brian Flores got that job last year over Chris Richard is because Flores had a better resume as far as the coaches that he had coached under, and I think they took his the resume of another coach and hired him. And I'm gonna tell you, the way Brian Flores is running that organization, he's running it like he's an older, established coach, and that he can do what he can force his will on people like a Belichick or like a Sean Payton. But what he needs to understand is that's why he got half his team trying to jump ship and trying to ask him to be traded. Like, so think about this. I wonder how them stands look. That's the quickest way to get fired. You mess it up, because another reason why Jason Garrett always kept his job even when we was losing is because we made losing look pretty. We was never really getting blown out. We was always competitive, so you could always market it. When you getting blew out 56-10 at home, bruh, you're gonna have 43 people and a half at your next game. That's when they fire you, bruh. Why? Because it costs a lot of money to turn that stadium lights on. They can't sell away tickets or home tickets. Yeah, bro, you about to get fired. You know what I'm saying? And if he don't turn it around, they ain't winning no games this season. And then guess what you do? Your second option is still not a head coach, so you still got action.
One last thing I'm gonna say about this Chris point before we move to that money is, Chris, you gotta make this defense look like Seattle. If this defense don't look like Seattle soon, no, we ain't gonna want you as a head coach.
Now we're giving up how many yards? 500 yards?
Yeah, man. It's like, no, that won't happen in that Seattle. We want what you did in Seattle. Because right now we built this team like Seattle. Better in certain ways. He said today, I've been on a team like this. Well, Let's see.
Yeah, but the difference is Seattle produced turnovers. And the only reason why we have turnovers is because of Donovan Wilson.
And that's my point on your hate, Chris.
Like at some point, I know he sound like a Seahawk. He be getting all fired up, and Byron Jones is PFF got the best ranked corner. But at some point, man, when we gonna get some turnovers, bro?
Yeah. And I look, man. If we just honest, we'll ride with you, and then we'll ride against you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And results-based business. And so, like, there's nothing wrong with me and you, with the talent that he has, saying what's up with this against this New York Giants. And everybody agreed that it's flat, and I believe he's going to rebound. But we need to see it.
Yeah, that's why when everybody be saying the Cowboys beat a bad New York Giants team, I'm like, what? Did y'all see them stats? It was not bad. Eli didn't play bad. Did not at all. Hey, before we get up out of here, man, we're going to do a round robin real quick, man. Give an update on Dak Prescott's money, and that is he ain't got it yet. Pretty plain and simple. I mean, I think now, man, I see it like this, man. If somebody owe you money on Saturday, and now it's Sunday, and they ain't called you about your money, and then you call them on Monday, and they say they ain't got your money, but then you call them back on Tuesday, and they say, oh, I got your money. I'm going to send you your money. Pay you your money. Then Wednesday come, you still ain't got your money. Thursday come, you still ain't got your money. Do you really think this person really appreciates you? I don't think they appreciate you. Dak Prescott, my question is you, Dak. They told you was going to get your money when you lost to the Washington Redskins. They said, Dak is our quarterback and I'm going to extend him. Okay, that was Saturday. Okay, now they didn't. You didn't make offers back and forth. People try to put you in the same boat as Amari Cooper, but you're not, because Amari Cooper is making $13.9 million this year. Like, let's not pretend like he's in the same boat as Cooper, because he's not. Dak Prescott he has an insurance policy worth $50 million, but he ain't got no $50 million in his account. At the most, without taxable income as an endorsement, he got about 15 at most. If Dak got more than $15 million, I'm curious what the hell else he doing, because he ain't made it on the field, and he's really only had the endorsement since 2018. He didn't have all these endorsements in 2017. He didn't really even get no endorsements in 2016. You want to know why? Because you didn't know what he was. We weren't even on a streak until week 11. The middle of the season. Remember, in his rookie year, Dak didn't even do endorsements. He didn't do none. He prided himself on that. So I'm like, at most he has, and I don't even think he has $15 million. I'm just being real. I don't think he does.
West Coast, if I sent you something, how fast can you put it on the show?
Pretty quickly.
Okay, I'm gonna send you something. Keep talking.
That's just my that's kind of like my scouting opinion on that. As far as Dak Prescott, I think that I definitely think Dak is playing a very, very, very dangerous game. I think yes, there's a great reward of you getting more money. But my thing, I'm a betting man. My boy Buddha, man, my boy Buddha, man, we be trying to win all our little money back. But yeah, man, my thing is this: I'm not gonna bet you $50 to win $55, to win my $50 plus $5 back. That's a lopsided bet. That makes no sense. My risk is way more than my reward. Dak, your risk is way more than your reward. Like, put the metal to the metal and make these dudes pay you right now. You're worth $34 million, $35. Golf just got it. Go look at how they played. Your value will never be as good as how it is right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'll send it to you tomorrow, West Coast. I'll show it tomorrow. I got a chart that I'm gonna post on my page. I just did the chart. And what I did is I just showed all the young franchise quarterbacks, the last 10, okay? The last 10 franchise quarterback, right? And it's all broken down, right? And it's easy to read.
Yeah. We'll make sure we hey, I want to, before we get out of here, there was a person I wanted to mention. We got to make sure you beware of Vernon Davis too, because Vernon Davis is going to have a moment. I forgot to mention that. I gotta mention that. Get that on camera and tape. But yeah, man, what was your last thoughts on Dak's money, man? What's I kind of gave my thoughts on it. What are your last thoughts before we get up out of here? Can you hear me, boss? I think boss kind of blipped out for a minute, but yeah, man, I kind of, that was just kind of my insights on where I think Dak Prescott. I think him and his agent are playing a crazy game right now. I understand you can bet on yourself, but you don't bet on yourself when you've earned the right to get paid. Like, I'll bet on myself if I haven't earned the right to get paid. But if I've earned the right to get paid, there shouldn't be no lower bets. It should just be a discussion of how much you're going to pay me. You know what I'm saying? Out of the triplets, everybody's gotten paid. Even Amari Cooper, $13.9 million. That's paid, man. Like, he may want it more, you know what I'm saying? But at least that's double digits. And so, I mean, I just think it's a crazy game that he's playing. And I hope that Dak balls out this weekend so he can make that number rise, man, because Jerry Jones got the money, man. But, hey, Jack needs his cheddar. He needs his security, man. He has earned the right to have that security. Think about this. In 2016, you had Carson Wentz and Jared Goff get drafted before Dak, and they've all gotten paid. All got paid. And think about this. They could have been their first round picks. So you could have had 5th-year options on those guys. You didn't even have to pay them. But they chose to. So, I mean, they need to stop doing Dak, man, and just pay that dude, man. All right, man. But, hey, you guys already know what it is, man. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We'll be live about 10 a.m. Cali time, 12 Texas, and 1 p.m. on the East Coast. You guys already know. Hey, as of the 17th, you're going to start seeing way more people up here. Because why? Because Facebook will start showing my show in their feeds more. But so I appreciate everybody, all the loyals that's been rocking this whole time. And I appreciate you guys for manually typing in Dallas Cowboy Scouting and finding my page and watching the show. Because I know it's kind of hard to find it right now. So I just want to let you guys know I appreciate you. All right. You guys already know what it is, man. Never look down because stars up. Peace.
This is Ray Williams. Thank you so much for hanging out with us with Dallas Cowboy Scouting.
Appreciate
my
you.
man West Coast in this month.
Thank you for watching West Coast.
Shout out West Coast Cowboys. It's always love over here. Raider, Cowboy, always a Cowboy.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!